Alright. Well, I definitely am not voting for Lisa. I think it's close between Angela and Joe. But frankly, I think the only reason she's right, the only reason she made it as far as she did is she kind of got lucky by winning things at the right time. Winning immunity at the right time, so voting for Joe. No extra votes, okay.
All right. So this is actually kind of a tough vote for me. As Angela said, she and I kind of, from the very beginning, had an alliance, and so I really, for like personal reasons, I want to vote for Angela. But in terms of gameplay, I really think that either Joe or Lisa deserve my vote. And that's because I just feel like they worked more for it. Joe especially worked more for it to be here. The thing that really sealed the deal for me, though, in choosing how I'm going to vote is Lisa, I think, played the game closest to how I could play it. She really focused on her social game. She really made the most of talking to people and getting them on her side and getting them to trust her without seeming like a threat. And that took her so far that I just love it. And so that's my vote. Lisa. That's who I want.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna end up voting for Angela because, I think her and Joe played, in my mind, close to being equally as good games, like socially and getting their way through. And Angela was, if not always fully loyal to me, at least a lot closer to loyal to me, and it seemed like she was campaigning for me to stay. Well, I can understand why Joe would want to get me out, but I think he made that move against me too soon. And I'm not sure why he didn't seem willing to go back and work with me after the merge happened. So Lisa, like I said in Final Tribal, I think her being a little too much forthcoming and giving away too much information, that kind of led me to shy away. And then really what it came down to is Joe and Angela had huge targets on their back coming in, while Lisa, while I think you did a great job getting through to the end, as you kind of noted too, you had a lot easier a path to get there, while I think Joe and Angela had to scratch and claw their way there and maybe make some more enemies, but that's what they had to do to get there. You are the worst, Angela, but I kind of hope you don't win again, but I think you probably should, but...
So I'm voting for Joe. Of the three, I felt Lisa had the weakest game. I think she was able to sort of float along, which is fine, but to me that doesn't define what it means to be the champion. I felt Angela played well, but also I think she won a few challenges that made it a bit easier for her. So I was most impressed by Joe's performance. without any immunity, he was able to take the target off his back consistently and make it to the end. So, congrats, Joe.
Here are my thoughts. I enjoyed playing with everybody. I think all three of those people deserve to be up there. Lisa made a mistake by not having the idol on her person to save me at a crucial moment, and made a mistake saving Angela rather than Mare. I think, although making to the last three as a first-time player is fantastic, not enough to get my vote. I think Angela just outplayed the bejesus out of everybody. She had advantages to spare and immunity. She seemed unstoppable during the discussion periods. However, there was a moment of loyalty with Joe where he saved me, or at least changed his vote. And I think he made a really strong case in the tribal council about his strategic moves. I see a lot of myself. I compare myself to Joe strongly, and being able to see him going all the way to the end, maybe I'll be like that next time. So I'm going to vote for Joe. Thanks.
I have so much respect for all of the players this season. I really think everyone in the final three deserves to be there. The person I'm voting for to win this season, I just think she played the best strategic game. She was honest to me, and I wanted to work with her, but unfortunately the stars never aligned. So I'm voting for Angela. Great job, everybody.
I am voting for Joe. I'm glad this is the third time I'm writing his name, but I'm writing it in a positive way. I am not voting for Lisa because I think she had a huge opportunity to make a strategic move by saving me instead of Angela with that idol. I don't know why she trusted her over me. I did so many things to try and earn her trust. I was honest with her every step of the way. I advocated for her in the beginning. And it didn't even matter when she used it for Angela. She didn't even have any votes. It was just such a wasted move, and it would have been huge if she played it for me. Saved me, Joe would have been gone. It would have been 3 girls and Eddie. And if Angela had won that challenge, we could have kicked out Eddie and had the 3 girls, and that would have been amazing. And I would have owed my being in the final 3 to her. That would have been a huge move for her. I can't believe she didn't do that. No hard feelings, Lisa. Like, honest to God, like, I was really pissed when it first happened, and I was really sad that that's how it happened, but no hard feelings. I really enjoyed playing with you. Angela, I just think that I'm not voting for you because I just don't feel like you ever wanted to work with me. I really wanted to sit down with you and Joe and Mark at one point. At the end when I was proposing the all-girls final 3, I really meant what I said, and I just felt like you never even were really open to it. I think you were always just saying whatever you thought I needed to hear to get me off your back because you were always trying to get me out. So in the end, Joe was the only one who was ever really honest with me and gave me the time of day at the end, so that is who I am voting for, happily. Good luck, and thanks for an awesome season.
So I have nothing at stake here, really, but this is genuinely the hardest vote I think I've had the entire time. I was sitting in there, and I really wasn't sure. I was going back and forth in my mind. I thought I knew who I was going to vote for when I got there, and then I think that changed. Joe was really buttering my bread, which I'm trying to ignore. He kept saying that if I was up there I'd win, which made me feel good, but has nothing to do with his actual performance. But I think just for a couple of reasons I have to go with Joe. They were both my close allies, Joe and Angela. There were a couple of times that Joe really showed that he was actually looking out for me. Right up until the end, where we just knew that we were on opposite sides, we had to hope for one direction or the other. We recognized that, but back when the whole tribe was voting me out, Joe didn't vote for me. Angela did. Joe gave me a little nod, kind of indicating that I should use my idol. I was already going to use it, but the implication was that, yeah, they're going for it, they're going to vote you off. So I think I'd still be here even if it wasn't for that, but it was pretty clear that he was looking out for me the whole time. So it's a tough call. I don't know. I think they both played really, really well. And Lisa played well too. I'm glad she made it to the last round.